For Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever adventuring through the rainforest at the Butterfly Palace. And Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great Tuesday, that your week is off to a good start. It's been a busy week so far, and it's looks like it's only getting busier. So we'll begin with some news.
Yeah, Tropical Storm Idalia is expected to become a major hurricane before it reaches Florida's Gulf Coast. Bad news there. The National Hurricane Center is warning of possible life-threatening storm surge and hurricane force winds. Cuba could also be inundated with some heavy flooding and landslides. Convoy of Hope is leaving the Ozarks this morning, actually heading to Florida, where the disaster team will wait for the storm to pass and then move in as soon as they can with essential supplies.
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock now, right? This is when our podcast drops. So 7 o'clock is when we're expecting to leave town, heading down to probably somewhere around Atlanta, stay there for the night. And then as the storm moves through Wednesday morning, we will get up and we will head into the disaster zone. So if you want to follow along on what we're doing, you can do that on Convoy of Hope social media platforms. I'll be there. We'll have updates, and you can see what Convoy is doing.
All right. Meanwhile, another natural disaster of sorts we will see, but a utility company in Hawaii is saying it did not start the Maui wildfires, although they are being accused of it. The officials there, some of them saying that they have old equipment at this power plant that was not well maintained, which some say started the fires. There are now several lawsuits accusing Hawaii Electric of such neglect of their equipment. The company actually says its power lines, though, were not even on when and where the fires broke out.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of question about where this thing started, and a lot of people want to know what started the fires that were so deadly and so destructive. So maybe we'll find out in a court of law. I don't know, but we'll see. Back here closer to home, lots of money spent, but the goal is to bring in even more money than was spent. The Chiefs franchise was in Branson to announce Branson as the Chiefs' official destination for vacation. And with that, Branson will be highly promoted by the Chiefs. There will be lots of local events for Chiefs fans in Branson as well. Many a Branson business owner thinks it's going to be a big boost, bringing a lot of tourists to town. That's the gamble. The Branson Board of Aldermen agreed to $750,000 to land the deal. And the city says the Chiefs paid the same amount, making them equal partners in this. The leader of the Branson Lakes Area Tourism Community Enhancement District, which is a big title, is estimating an economic boost of about $5 million for Branson. So if you figure they pay $750,000 and get $5 million in return, that is a pretty good investment. But we'll see.
Hopefully that'll work for them. It is exciting.
Yeah, we're all rooting for them. That's for sure. Greene County commissioners said yes to the state's freeze of property taxes for senior citizens. That's great for senior citizens. Counties across the state could opt to help seniors with that tax credit. Greene County did. These are for seniors who are receiving Social Security retirement benefits. The bill received bipartisan support to give our seniors a tax break.
All right, coming up next month, Drury University will celebrate 150 years. That in and of itself is impressive. With that, a civil rights leader will be the keynote speaker. Valerie Carr, who is an educator and author, will speak about diversity and reconciliation. That event is Monday, September 18th at the O'Reilly Family Event Center. All right, Bank of America has been accused of discrimination after it closed the accounts of a Christian charity. The Indigenous Advance Ministry says the bank illegally discriminated against them because of their religious views. That 8-year-old ministry partners with Ugandan ministries to provide basic needs and vocational training for orphans. So that will be headed to court.
Okay, also in court, President Trump now has a trial date. March 4th, he will go before a federal judge in Washington on charges of what some authorities say was him trying to overturn results of the 2020 election. Trump is indeed the early front runner for the Republican nomination, that's for sure. But this date is going to be interesting because it just so happens It just so happens to be the day before Super Tuesday when the largest number of delegates are up for grabs. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
Politics, right?
The timing, right?
Hey, did you take out your earphones? Something happened to your audio. At any rate.
I thought something sounded weird in my audio, but something sounded weird in your audio, and now I hear you fine. So I don't know. Am I off? Am I on?
I can hear
Bueller?
in the background. I don't know if they can. So we'll continue on. Starting tomorrow, in Springfield, you can get an up-close and personal view of some vintage World War II aircraft. A B-29 Super Fortress, a T-6 Texan, and a PT-13 Stearman are now just a few of the planes that will be on site. And you take it from here.
All right. You can take a look at those planes and even book a ride in them as well. It's all part of a history tour that a nonprofit puts on, which is pretty cool, just to showcase history. That event runs from tomorrow through Labor Day, and it's at 5000 West Kearney Street, which of course is near the airport. I feel like this has happened several years ago, and I got to do a story on it. And there are some amazing stories if you go. I mean, some amazing sites too, but to talk to some of the people who are out there, who had loved ones or some sort of connection to the war, to the planes, to this specific aircraft. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And you do have to have tickets. You can check that out online. But yes, happening tomorrow through Labor Day. All right. Sorry, this is me. If you've had a delayed flight lately, as we have, but you had to sit on the plane for a long time, several hours on the runway, you might be getting some money back in your pocket. The Transportation Department is fining American Airlines $4.1 million, saying that it had 43 flights that were delayed, affecting about 6,000 passengers. By law, passengers must be allowed to get off the plane after sitting for 3 hours on the runway. Apparently that didn't happen, so that's why they were fined. The money collected by the fines will be split between the government and the passengers. So if that's you, if that affects you, you'll know it because you will be getting contacted by either the government or American Airlines.
I love how the government gets some money. When they didn't do anything, just give it all to the passengers, but the government's going to take their cut. All right, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, also it's the government who has to enforce the rule.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if people can hear the echo or not, but if they can, it's driving them crazy. So I'll say, see you later. Have a great day.
Okay, I don't hear an echo. I'll check this best I can. But yeah, headed down to Florida. Be careful. Godspeed, my husband, and to all the people in the Ozarks who are headed that way to help. God bless you. And yep, we'll see what transpires down on the coast. So have a happy Tuesday, and we'll hope to see you back here tomorrow morning. Bye.